I'm just so happy. Alright. So, hey guys. So we saw Into the Spiderverse. It's fucking awesome. Oh, Lord. Okay.
Weren't you glad to be wrong?
Oh, I feel like I need to address that first and foremost. I was not wrong, technically, but...
I don't remember your initial concerns.
My initial concerns, because I do have to address the elephant in the room, because I made a video a while back that says how Into the Spiderverse can go very wrong. And in that video, I said, like, I'm worried they're cramming too much into here. I'm afraid they're going to take away focus from Miles. I think Sony's doing the same mistake they do every single time when they're trying to set up too many different franchises all at once. I'm worried about having Kingpin as the main villain. And I'm not sure how I feel about Homeless Spider-Man, and
can we say that this movie?
Let me finish my thought.
Let me finish my thought.
All right, before you go there. All right, the movie, I guess, challenged that notion and said, "Yeah, we're doing all that. You're gonna love it anyway." There are too many characters. Yeah. Kingpin's the main villain? Yeah! Homeless Spider-Man? Yeah!
He's not homeless.
They call him Hobo Spider-Man.
Only because of the trench coat, really.
You mean the sweatpants?
Oh, yeah, no.
And the 5 o'clock shadow.
And the no shoes. And
well, it's not his fault that an interdimensional portal opened up in his shitty one-bedroom.
The point is, the movie took all those things and then said, yeah, it's gonna work. Really? It feels like that guy who has a really bad plan and you feel like you shouldn't trust him, but then it ends up working way better than anyone saw coming. It's like if Jesse Pinkman came up to me and told me like, nah, dude, it's gonna work, just trust me. Like, should I though? And then it goes exactly his plan. I'm like, okay, well done. Okay, all right, let's go.
Not only that, there were no casualties like you anticipated.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought at least one guy was gonna die.
Well, technically, somebody did, kind of, sort of.
Oh, more than one.
Well,
are we talking about? We're still talking about the movie, right?
Yeah.
Okay, who's the other people?
Well, there's a certain someone in the beginning and the certain someone in the climax.
Yeah. Okay. Those people.
Well, no.
I mean,
was that the climax though?
The start of it. Well, climax is basically just the high point where, like, the whole,
Anywho, moving on.
So my only complaint was, and it's probably just because I saw it in Dolby Digital, but I felt like the mix on the voices weren't so.
Again, that was because
I'm just saying my experience.
Yeah, I understand that though. It could have also been like where we were positioned and all that too didn't help.
We were like on the far right of the theater.
Yeah, I mean, like I've seen this movie twice now. I saw it in regular yesterday, and it was perfectly fine. So I just because it's a Dolby. Otherwise, yeah, this might be the best Spider-Man movie ever made. Was not even close to how I thought this was gonna end.
I thought I liked Homecoming, but like this movie like shits on Homecoming.
You mean like it's better? Or,
yeah.
Okay, I was like, it doesn't go on Homecoming.
No. I mean,
this is the creed of the Spider-Man universe.
Yeah. Well, no, better than that. I would say.
Well, yeah. I'm just saying that I feel like it trying to do the, what Creed set out to do, take the similar elements and try to do it in its own way. But I feel like it's succeeded better than Creed.
Yeah, I don't think that metaphor really works though, because that implies that it's building off the other movies, and it's not.
I'd say to a degree of those.
Those are references. That's not building off the same movie. Those are very, very different points.
Yeah.
I remember
that's why I kind of stopped myself there for a second.
I remember my initial concern was that the art style was gonna be kind of weird, but then
the art style I've always been on board with. That was one thing I thought.
Well, because I even saw in the trailer, it's just sort of like things that you're supposed to focus on. You're supposed to focus on the things in the background are blurred out, and then I thought about it, and I'm like, oh, you know what? That's like, and then And then I saw the movie, I'm like, oh, you know what? I'll shut up now. Art styles. This movie needs this art style.
Oh, it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous.
It needs this art style to communicate what it's going for, and it is basically just like watching a fucking comic book. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's a very good point to add on too. Is like I think this movie more than any other comic movie I think I've ever seen. Maybe outside like maybe Scott Pilgrim, the only one I think it would even come close to comparison. Would be like this one like looks and feels like a fucking comic book. The way it's written, the way it's designed, the way the action flows, the way
And it's
moves, the way it flows like moves the way you imagine it does when you're actually reading a comic book.
And it's not like gimmicky. Like it
flows very naturalistically. Yeah, go ahead.
It's like it needs it
Yeah.
to tell this particular story.
I mean, like, realistically, you probably could tell the same story with a different art style, it just wouldn't be as good.
Yeah, because I mean...
yeah, go ahead.
God, it's just... The funny thing is, like, it's kind of weird, like, there's so many different, like, styles that, like, in theory should be clashing together, but they just make it work so well.
I know, this is a movie... This kind of goes into, like, what other movies we talked about this year. It was like, if this was anyone else that made this, it would not have worked.
Thank you, Phil Lord, for writing an excellent script.
Miller worked on this too, didn't he?
Hmm?
Did Miller work on this too?
No.
I saw his name in the credits.
I think he executive produced it.
Okay.
But Phil Lord was the main writer, and he co-wrote it with someone else.
Yeah, and it's, this movie has 3 directors I found out. Like 2 of which are like art director veterans, and I forget who the third guy is, but
I saw a look developer. His name was Brett Sinclair. Sinclair, I think. Yeah, good for you, guy.
yeah, go Sinclair.
Yeah, so let's talk about the movie then.
Yeah, anyway,
spoilers. Here we come.
Well, sorry to wait a little longer before we get into spoiler territory, because I think there's still more we can talk about without necessarily diving into that. I mean, like, outside what you've already seen in the trailer, I mean, you already know, like, it's, like, not giving anything away to say that, like, Spider-Man Noir shows up, Spider-Gwen shows up, Spider-Ham's in this, and it's more like the way it's, like, if you read this movie on paper, it should not work. There's so many elements, so many shit being thrown at the wall and kind of seeing what sticks kind of approach to it. It should not work as well as that. I think a lot of it has to do with Lord's writing.
Yeah. He's a master at meta writing.
Meta writing and just balancing. This movie is such a careful balancing act. Like, it's all these different elements, all these different ideas, and all these different themes going on, but it never loses focus on who it's about.
Yeah.
It's always about Miles from beginning to end. It's always about his relationship with the Spider-Man that does in general. And
I think the thing that makes it most successful is that the other Spider characters, even the girl and the robot, Penny Parker, they're all clearly more experienced. They're all like, oh yeah, it's another thing where we gotta save New York City, whatever. You know, we're all self-sacrificing. We've all had the death that changed our lives forever. You know, like you're not, you know. And then there's Miles, and he still hasn't got to that point yet. And it's the sheer difference of experience. And I mean, according to the story, right? He got bit like one day, and this whole thing takes place in like 3 days.
if that, yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, why don't you know? Penny Parker is a real, actual comic book character.
Yeah. I will so read the shit out of that.
And piggybacking off that whole thing, the idea of like all these people, like and this is where I was making the Creed reference, the whole idea of like trying to find his own identity. But at the same time, because that's a common thing here, is the idea of like he feels like he's trying to live with Spider-Man, but like he's doing a way where like he feels like he has to like be a one-for-one.
I feel like the whole thing is about like even before getting bit by a spider, it's just like about coming to terms with who he is, because he's like at this fancy charter school, and like he's, you know, sort of made a fool of himself because he's a teenager. It's gonna happen. You know, your cop dad is gonna make you say "I love you" at school. Happens to everyone, right?
I just know, like, the part I laughed at, I leaned towards you in this scene, is when they show, like, and again, this isn't giving anything away, it's in the trailer, where they have, like, the other Peter Parker Spider-Man that comes in, and this person's kind of let himself go a little bit, and it got hangs out, and I lean over to Grant and go, like, see, I truly am Spider-Man more than I've ever been.
Oh, good. You said it.
Wow! You know what, asshole? Fuck you! You know what?
Oh,
No, you don't get to touch me now.
I'm sorry.
I'm a little... I can say that. You can't say that.
That's why I didn't say it.
You're not supposed to say anything. You fucking dick. I'm a little hurt. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Sorry. We'll talk about it later?
No.
Okay. You want to take it down with my shoes?
I'm gonna think about it.
Anyway, I am genuinely sorry.
It's okay, buddy. But I'm not buying you that way home.
Look, he's flinging a spider web bird.
Twit. Anyway.
Oh man, that shut me up.
Yeah. Just a general note of courtesy, dude. And I'm shocked you don't know this. You don't comment on people's weight.
Oh.
Ever.
Trust me, I know.
So why did you say it?
I did want to piss you off.
You did more than that. You gotta hurt my feelings, man. Anyway.
Spider bum and spider dick, everyone.
Spider bummed.
Oh, you are Peter B. Parker. That's what the B stands for.
Bummed. I get it. Alright, anyway, hurt feelings aside, where were we?
I don't know, I got lost track.
Yeah,
Well, you were talking
Talk about how you've never felt more like Spider-Man ever.
Yeah, I was making a joke, and then someone decided to say something really hurtful, and then we're back to the actual review now. And I'm gonna try to move on and talk about this at the same time. Anyway, you should just shut the fuck up right now. You're already on thin fucking ice. I'm your ride home, dude. At this rate, you're lucky I don't make you fucking walk.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Gonna have to make you reenact another Marvel
How would you lose some weight, driveway?
Ouch.
Incredible Hulk.
So,
And then he shall become the Incredible Sulk.
alright, so someone...
What's that line? I'm trying to make you feel guilty. Is it working?
Yeah. No.
No, in all seriousness, though, going back to the movie in general, though, massive tangent aside.
I think it's really weird, like how... Well, it's not really weird. I think it's really well done that there's just the right amount of goofiness, and at the same time, everyone's really can like shut it off at the same time, and it's just like...
No, it's...
Yeah.
This movie, I feel, understands the Spider-Man mythos really, really well.
Like, even the pig was like, like... I make jokes I'm fucking...
He's a cartoon.
I'm
He's
a
literal
fucking
cartoon. Yeah.
I'm a fucking literal cartoon, and even I know that,
Even
Miles-
the part where
Save everyone.
Even the part where he goes, you don't like cartoons? Like he's a fucking serial killer.
I don't know, man. He dropped an anvil on the dude. That's like some serial killer shit.
He's also a cannibal in the end. He's walking away and he's eating a hot dog.
Oh god. maybe it was beef. I don't know if that's better.
Maybe it's human. I'll let that sit on that one for a while. But no, like this one, like here's the thing about comic books in general. As much as I love them, they are inherently kind of goofy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can get a lot of like human life lessons from them, and like God knows I've made plenty of videos to assess to that particular point. But especially with Spider-Man in particular, he's always had kind of that goofy element to him, and he's a brightly colored red, white, and blue superhero for God's sake, and it acknowledges the silliness of it, but also it basically balances that humor in the drama really well, which is always encapsulates the character.
Like the fact that you can just switch it there like at the drop of a hat.
Mm-hmm, yeah, and these people know how to write it, and the balancing act movie does is so damn good and so damn impressive.
I like how the Peter Parker in Miles' universe is like, he's blonde, he has it all, he has a fucking...
Okay, I guess now we're getting to spoilers a bit here.
No, it's the intro to the movie at this point.
True.
It's like, because that's how it starts, like, oh, let's start from the beginning, and then...
Well, actually, the blonde hair is actually a comic book reference.
To?
Ben Reilly. For those who don't know, Ben Reilly was a clone to Spider-Man in the comics. There's a dumb thing they did for a while. They said he was the real Peter Parker all along. Then everyone hated it. They changed it anyway. They changed it back. But basically, he was a clone of Spider-Man that wanted to differentiate himself, so he dyed his hair blonde.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. So that was a Ben Reilly reference.
But like his life was like basically perfect, and I'm like, that's not Spider-Man. His life isn't filled with scorn and shit.
He's had good moments.
No, like Peter Parker. The thing that makes him relatable is that he tries hard to do good, and then he still has to deal with the consequences of real life. It's like, oh, well, you saved that dude at the bank robbery or whatever, but also you missed out on your doctorate exam.
I mean,
well, to be fair, he did make a Christmas album, which we got to hear.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
That's something I hear a lot, and I'm not necessarily I entirely agree with it, because I feel like Peter Parker, what makes him the most relatable isn't that his life's always going wrong, that he's always miserable. I feel like it's a common misconception, in my opinion. I know other people disagree with me on this. What's always, I think, and they highlight this too in the movie, is the fact that no matter what bad things happen, he's always going to be Spider-Man anyway. I feel like that's always been the more important point. It's not that he's miserable, it's more that, yeah, shit happens, but he's still going to be Spider-Man anyway because he feels like that's just the right thing to do. And that's Spider-Man in a nutshell, and that's what makes him relatable. It teaches us that, again, with great power comes great responsibilities. Is yes, bad things are going to happen, you're going to be tempted to shirk those responsibilities to make your life easier, but it's not the right thing. And that's Spider-Man, and this movie gets it.
Plus, to be fair, things weren't all great for him in this universe, which we'll get to later.
I mean, if you know anything about Miles Morales, like, even a little bit, you kind of know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And they even show in the trailer, they show the grave.
Yeah.
Multiple
and also
times.
the end of Venom.
Well, I don't want to talk about Venom. I want good feelings, especially after you.
Oh, buddy.
We're getting there.
I'm sorry, it was a joke at your expense.
It's too close to home, man.
Speaking of which, don't get ready for Spider-Man Far From Home!
I was waiting for that. Hey.
Far
From Home, that's the name of the sequel for Homecoming.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Not a plug, we're just really excited.
Mysterio, Jake Gyllenhaal's Mysterio, yeah, I'm down. Anywho, so, yeah, so I feel like, and again, so this is part where we got to start getting spoilers a little bit, so we don't want anything spoiled for you. Yeah, go see it. It's a must-see. It's one of the best of the year. Go watch it. Best Spider-Man movie of all time, quite frankly.
Best animated movie this year.
Oh, yeah, by far.
Like,
I completely agree.
Wreck-It Ralph can suck it.
Well, like, if we're going to compare animated movies, Wreck-It Ralph is a really good comparison.
Incredibles 2.
Yeah, I would say Incredibles 2.
I would even say Incredibles 2 is not as good as this one.
I mean, I agree. No, I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna pick, like, what was the better anime movie this year, it's not Wreck-It Ralph 2. But anywho, on that note, since you brought up Wreck-It Ralph 2, did you guys have a hard time getting the Stan Lee cameo in this one?
Oh god, that was so rough.
No!
That was
well,
so rough.
good for you, you heartless bastard.
He's just tired.
That I've come to terms with it.
Well, good for you.
I don't know, man. I'm still sad when I see Robin Williams on TV.
Ah!
That is trigger.
Good. Now coming fast. Now coming fast, fat and you. Anyway.
I almost retorted with a really dick comment.
No.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
I need self-esteem. Why are you all so mean? Anyway. You guys talk. I'm feeling.
So if you have, so as I was saying before,
well, at least the foot fetishists love me.
yeah, I'm just gonna scoot over it. So Miles is struggling. You know, he's an awkward teenager. Normal teenage stuff, you know, except he's from Brooklyn and he's at this boarding charter school. It's a boarding school that charter.
Yeah, it's a boarding school.
Okay, so you know he goes there, and he doesn't. You know, he obviously doesn't think of him as highly as he clearly is. Mm-hmm. Like he goes out of his way to answer on a true false test to
everything wrong.
0 out of 100 to the teachers. Like, you know, even if a fucking moron just like went blind down on true and false, they would at least get 50%, which means you did know. So it's actually 100%. Take that.
You would know about that, wouldn't you, Howard?
I would say, to be fair, I've actually proved that wrong.
Did you get a 0 out of 100 in a true and false test?
No, but I did completely miss all the true and false questions in a section once.
Well, that's a section. How about an entire test?
Yeah, like 100.
Like, 5 true and false questions doesn't fucking count.
Yeah, on a 50 little whatever, even I can get like 30 out of 50.
I got a negative somehow!
You're making that up.
No, I go, yeah. Yeah, how'd you do that? I didn't write my name on the paper.
You would be that guy.
I thought you should say that. No.
No, we don't have time. Anyway.
So yeah, he you know, he's sort of struggling with the idea of like being brilliant, I think.
Well, like here's something that they did something that's kind of interesting with this version of Miles. I'm not too familiar with the comic version because that run of Ultimate when he first appeared has been I've been meaning to read forever, but I just haven't gotten around to it. I think they kind of made him just kind of like a scientist-y figure like Peter Parker was, but in this one they decided to make him an artist, I guess, to differentiate him a bit, which I think is a smart choice, and also plays into the art style pretty well.
Oh my god, it's just perfect for the art style.
Yeah, so like they definitely, I think they try to make this Miles a bit more artsy, while also still being the awkward teenager, especially after he gets bitten by the spider. And by the way, the number 42 keeps popping up in this movie, I don't know if you guys noticed.
I did. 42?
Yeah.
Not just in like the spider part though. It pops up all over the movie.
Yeah, you can count them.
Yeah. How many did you spot?
I got to like 12.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I saw a couple. I just figured they'd be present throughout.
All right. Well. Anyway.
Comment below if you did bother to count.
I'm sure somebody has.
I bet they literally just made it 42 times that it showed up.
Oh my god, that would be perfect.
It is the answer to everything. Anywho,
thanks, Douglas Adams.
But anyway, so yeah, he has this uncle named Uncle Aaron that he kind of hangs out with, but his father doesn't really like him all that much, or either they had a falling out years ago. You don't really know the context very much. One thing I actually do really like about this movie is the fact that it tells you everything you need to know about a given character and not much more, which I thought was a smart choice. Instead of overindulging in like, here's this character's over convoluted backstory, they tell you just enough to like, okay, this is their deal, this is why you get them, and this is why it's kind of what saved Kingpin from being like a generic run-of-the-mill villain, which he more or less kind of was, but they do tell you the backstory fairly early on. It's simple, it's to the point, and that point, like, you immediately understand the entire reason why he's doing everything. You never, like, he's never just, I'm doing this because I'm evil. It's like, oh, okay, he has a clearly defined purpose, and that kind of saves him from just being a generic villain.
What if that was
same for Uncle Aaron is my point there. Before you make your point, is the fact that they established him and Miles' relationship enough that you get their history, you get their story, and like now that's not like goes for kind of everybody. Like when Nicolas Cage shows up as Spider-Man Noir, they do his little backstory, and you immediately know everything you need to know about him. Same for like Spider-Ham or Gwen Stacy or just everyone. Does such a good job of telling you the exact right amount of information. And it's like, yeah, that's all you need for this. You don't need a second more.
And thankfully, they let their personalities shine instead of trying to make them these deep characters, and it works. Like I said, it works so well.
Well, there are deep characterizations, but it's on who needs to have deep characterizations.
Yeah, I mean, on like these side characters.
Yeah.
Because
like this is a shockingly emotional movie, all things considered, especially considering how cartoony and how bright and colorful and expressive it is.
Yeah, it has some pretty dark moments.
Yeah, and that goes down to like despite all the high intense actions, which are fucking gorgeous, and everything, and all these major like plot things that are going on, it's still a very character driven movie. And again, the fact that it's able to pull this off is nothing short of a fucking miracle.
Yeah.
And I mean, goddamn. And like, cause like Scorpion shows up. You don't need to know anything about Scorpion. He's just the bad guy. Tombstone's in this movie. You don't need to know anything about him.
Oh, for some reason I thought he was Hammerhead. That makes more sense.
No, it's Tombstone.
Yeah, that was totally Tombstone.
Hammerhead makes a cameo. He's in a photo in like the spider cave at one point.
Because Spider-Man villains, I'm not too well versed on all of them. That's why I got those two.
What the hell? You're in the right place for that.
We're gonna be here forever.
Now let's talk about the spider totem stories from the JMS run and back in the early 2000s.
Oh my god, it's not even involving like the Sinister Six.
Oh, which one?
The first iteration, and then the third iteration, which was the one that I liked.
What about the one where Venom and Sandman had like a leadership battle that happened once?
Don't worry, I know how to end this. Let's talk about what
Don't you fucking dare! Don't you finish that sentence!
Too late. I was wrong! It turned to a 3-hour diatribe! Kill me now!
And this is why your experiments have to be the same station. Anyway, that's my impression of Twitter.
Ouch.
Hey, you haven't seen Spider-Man Twitter. It's fucking bad.
Trust me, I've been on the internet.
No, you haven't been on Twitter.
You're right, I actually haven't.
Let me put it this way. Spider-Man Twitter is so bad, they got mad over a puddle in the Spider-Man game.
Oh, yeah, Puddlegate.
Puddlegate is a real thing that happened. And that's only the first stupid controversy that involved that game. And then, God forbid, the Spider-Man Raimi suit never showed up in the DLC. God. I just spent hours talking how stupid all that thing was. It was ridiculous. It's still going. It's so dumb.
Spider Twit. It is completely full of shit.
That's going on Twitter.
Boycott MTCN!
Hey, controversies, good controversies.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the movie again.
Yeah. Well, actually, it is relevant. The Spider-Man PS4 shoot does show up in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in the cave with all the...
Yeah, actually all those suits were from the comics except for the one with the cape.
Yeah, I saw Iron Spider.
Yeah, Iron Spider's there. There's actually a few Iron Man Spiders in there. Actually, no, those are the armored spider suits. There's like 3 of them in there. There's a stealth suit, there's an insulation suit, there's a few other ones I'm sure if I thought long enough I can remember the names for.
Yeah, so apparently Aunt May in this universe is a fucking...
They kind of took that, I feel like they took part of that from...
Electrical engineer?
The Spider Cave I've never seen in a comic book before. Maybe if it has, I haven't seen it.
Hey, you know what? In this universe,
yeah, but like
at least in this universe, Miles has a person to refer to for help.
By the way, at this point we're assuming you've seen the movie, so if we go jump from point to point, that's why. But no, like I don't think Spider Cave was new. I feel like they kind of took a little inspiration in the Ant-Man in this movie from the Ultimate Universe, because the Ant-Man in that universe is fucking badass.
No, well, to be fair, I mean, isn't Miles based in the Ultimate Universe?
Yes and no. I mean, like, technically Miles Morales came from the Ultimate Universe, but this is clearly not really based in the Ultimate Universe.
I just want to point out that the Jeep and the...
Yeah, the Spider-Mobile, I recognize it.
Spider Buggy.
Yeah.
It's called the Spider-Mobile.
But they're both from the Tokusatsu series.
No, Spider-Mobile was in comics.
Yeah, but they're also from the Tokusatsu series. They also show up.
Chicken or the egg on that one. But, anyway. But
Spider-Man toys.
Yeah, I might buy a Spider-Ham toy, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I mean, you know what all the bros are gonna buy.
Oh, you know who he dates in his own universe? Peter Parker?
I'm ready.
Mary Stork?
That's so good.
No, Mary Crane. That's what it is. Mary Crane.
That actually makes way more sense.
Yeah, no,
I was
Mary
like,
Crane.
Mary Stork?
I remember it was a bird. I got my birds mixed up. No, Mary Crane.
Yeah, because it would have to be Mary Jane. Why would it be Mary Stork? You got me. Okay.
No, that was a case where a spider got bitten by a radioactive pig. That was a joke in that one.
Does it make more sense that there'd be something like Peter Storker or something like that?
Yeah, no, I'm sure that exists some other too.
There's
already a Spider-Ham for Miles Morales out there now. I think it's like Miles Morhamis or something like that.
I mean, whatever. There's probably a Rick and Morty adaptation too.
Well, they haven't got the rights for that yet, so probably not yet.
We'll figure it out.
Speaking of rights, that's all, folks.
Did you say that legally? No, like, it's so weird when you have to say the one that has Nicolas Cage as a noir Spider-Man, and the one with fucking Spider-Ham is the best Spider movie out there. And all the voice acting is so good. It's amazing how much they can get across by at the same time doing so little. With the animation and the voices just go together so perfectly. This is a damn near perfect movie as far as I'm concerned, and the finale is absolutely amazing.
And the after credits.
Is perfection. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw it yesterday and they said Miguel, I did that's one time I actively gasped. I was like, oh, the Druid Spider 2099, Druid Spider 2099. And then I was like, what are they gonna use him for? The pointing meme.
Of course.
I knew he was going to be in that. I just didn't know what they were going to use him for. And that was better than I could have anticipated.
Yeah. I've never considered. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, the Spider-Man after credit is amazing. I dare not say more than that. Yeah. Oh, what?
No, I just wanted to point.
You pointed to me first!
It's rude to point.
Yeah. You're being rude! Yeah. Who pointed first? Obviously, it was Spider-Man!
I could watch that for hours. That's a 2-hour movie.
Just watch that on loop.
No, I just them for 2 hours just bickering about who pointed first, and that's the entire movie.
Like shit's blowing up in the background.
Sometimes I point to other locations. But no, like this, I've always, like, that one thing that I thought when about this movie when I first heard it was announced, I thought it was brilliant that they do an animated Spider-Man movie, because I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. That is a fantastic idea for making, like, Spider-Man movie without involving Marvel, which is clearly Sony's intention here. But then I kept hearing more about it, I'm like, are there going to be how many Spider-Man in this? Oh no. Wait, Nicolas Cage is in this? Oh no!
Well, no, because this is like that Nicolas Cage good or bad moment. So there was a 50% chance that by involving Nicolas Cage, the movie's going to be good or bad.
So many of his lines are gold. Sometimes I let a match burn my fingers just so I can feel something.
Anything.
Oh. No, do you know it burned out before it could reach it? That's what
no, like that's...
Also it's like...
Why is this...
Like,
where's the wind coming from? We're inside of a basement.
Wherever I go, the wind follows, and the wind smells like rain.
What was the other part where they're like, so what can you do? It's like, can you do flips? Can you move the Great Spider? Can you fight with your own mortal enemy? Can you justify the actions of your own insanity?
No, it's can you suppress your emotions to ward off the moral ambiguity of your violent actions?
There we go.
Now, every time he said a line, I laughed. Even when he's choking out, he just goes, sleep. I laughed a little bit, and like it makes me like excited and scared to want a Spider Noir movie. I know they're already making a Spider-Gwen movie. That's been announced.
Yeah.
Which, like, the first time they announced one of these stupid spin-offs right before a movie comes out that actually feels justified to me. Rather than, we're gonna make a Morlun movie. We're gonna make a Morbius movie. We're gonna make a Morbius movie, you guys.
What? Why?
You guys like Morbius, right? Not really.
You guys like?
But what if I said it was Jared Leto? No.
Remember the last time he's in a comic book movie? Yeah, that's why we're not excited.
Yeah.
What about Craven? You guys like Craven, huh? What about Spider? We don't talk about Spider-Man here. Oh no! Apparently he is gonna be in the movie. I don't know what the fuck we're doing with Craven. But
wait, Craven the Hunter? They're doing a movie about him?
yeah.
Why?
He's not even the weird one. Hey, let me put it this way. Do you know who Jackpot is?
Wait, why?
Do you know who Jackpot is?
No, I don't.
Well, Beaten Parrot's just getting a movie too.
Again, why?
Because Sony doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. The fact this worked at all is, again, nothing short of a damn miracle.
There's gonna be their diamond in the rough.
Yeah, if they keep it animated, I think it's a great idea. It's a good way to keep it consistent because especially movie shows, you can do so much more with animation than you can in live action.
Yeah, and that's what made those action scenes stand out so well.
Yeah, and even like again the finale, I feel like they say like, okay, we're doing this in animated form, let's take advantage of it, and they really, really do, and it looks amazing, spectacular, sensational, pick an adjective. It looks fantastic, and I loved every second of this movie. This movie's great. Oh yeah. You guys got anything else you want to talk about?
There was a plot hole that bugged me.
I mean, if you want to be nitpicky, there's a bunch you could figure out, but I just chose not to care.
Well, one that just stood out for me from the get-go.
What's that?
how did Gwen get to that place before the super collider even went off? Even though they made it.
He
seem
said they
like...
traveled back in time. It's space-time continuum.
She got sucked in at the same time as everybody else relative to their parallel universes, but it sent her back a week before any of this shit even began.
It's space-time. Why are you...
Oh, so they actually did say when that happened?
Yeah.
She even explains it during her, but something weird happened.
Well, I missed the part where they said it happened like a week before.
Yeah, she says, it knocked me, what was it? Knocked me back in the last week, literally.
Yeah, literally says that.
So...
Okay.
I got it covered, man.
Never mind.
I mean, at the same time, I was also like, you know what, guys? It's comic books. Stop poking holes. Just go with it.
Speaking of which,
they make a super collider that actually rends the fabric of space and time in the first place. So
yeah.
Rules are kind of out the window. You're right.
Rules were kind of out the window.
Yeah, which is fair. Which also reminded me of one of the bits I also liked.
What's that?
Yeah. How'd y'all get here? It's a long story.
Again, it wasn't that long.
Yeah.
But no, I think what the movie needed to get across, it nailed perfectly, which is it's about Miles, it's about giving him a chance to stand on his own as a character, and really give him a chance to shine in his own Spider movie, and he sells it, and it works, and it gives this much underrated character a great chance to present himself, and I think that Miles Morales is going to find a huge fan base now that he hasn't had before, and I think that's great.
Yeah. I loved some of the way that I basically loved the way that everybody was drawn, especially Kingpin. Just sort of how
just
hulking
just
he is.
a giant boulder with arms.
Yeah.
Well, it's great because we watched it in Dolby Digital, but basically every time he took a step, it shook the theater a little bit. And I wish I was sitting next to Grant in the theater.
Dolby Atmos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wish I was sitting next to Grant in the theater because then I would have went on over and be like. Stop it!
I have a glandular problem!
My first, why does it fucking need Tombstone? That was more my thought the entire time.
I always thought that Tombstone was, supposed to be a rival to Kingpin. Yeah, I didn't think he was an underling.
Alternate universe.
Oh, well...
Not even alternate... Actually, not even the Ultimate Universe.
I said alternate.
Oh, alternate. No, Tombstone's always been a henchman, pretty much.
Oh, I always thought he was,
No, it was only Spectacular they did that.
Yeah, because they couldn't get Kingpin.
Yeah, that's actually legitimately the reason why. They couldn't get... Actually, the one they did in Spectacular Spider-Man was a very big change of pace for that character. And that's because they couldn't get Kingpin, so they decided to go with another gangster-type character, and they went with Tombstone.
Yeah.
And it was a great choice. So, Tombstone's one of the best characters in that show. But, ordinarily he's kind of a two-bit henchman, kind of a thug kind of character. Mm-hmm. Tombstone's never really, the most deep of the Spider-Man villains out there. Which is why he doesn't have many speaking lines in this movie. And again, neither is Scorpion, too, so I'm not really, so those are
he was talking in Spanish, so that's how little actually...
Some of the times he was.
No, that's how little you have to care about what he says.
And the movie knows that. It's not going to go deep into Tombstone's backstory, or Scorpion's backstory, or the Green Goblin's backstory, even though I kind of wish you get a little more, but anyway.
No, they called him Norman really quick.
Yeah, no, it was more that was the one, minor nitpick.
I don't know how the hell they made him such a freaking giant.
That's happened in the comics, to be fair.
Yeah, there's...
Again, that one actually is Ultimate Universe.
Also,
Granny didn't have wings in the Ultimate Universe.
Definitely got surprised on Doc Ock.
There actually has been female Doc Ocks before. That was 2099, I believe.
Okay, but I mean, the context of this movie, I was like, I read about that and I still forgot about it.
Oh yeah, I also noticed they very cleverly cover up her last name when Miles is standing in the classroom and the video for her pops up.
Yeah, what was the name in her...
Dr. Olivia Octavius, I believe.
In the video? In the classroom?
Her name shows up in the bottom corner of the screen and Miles is blocking the last name.
Oh, okay, that's why I didn't see it at all.
Yeah, I
was too busy watching the teacher just completely embarrass a poor 15-year-old.
Yeah. But no, and again, the way that character is designed, the way she moves, and you can only do through animation, and it feels like a fucking comic book, and it's hypnotizing to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Every second, any of these characters on screen, each one has such a unique way of moving and acting. Spider-Man Noir has more of a street brawler kind of vibe going on, or Penny Parker moves like an anime character, complete with like the high dive and then jump into the suit in this room that's way too small to do that. Because that happens.
Yeah. Aside from that Overwatch short, this is the closest any you're gonna be able to see Diva in a full-length movie.
Yeah, I thought that too. Yeah. Hey, Diva had a great animated short.
She did.
No, I know, but it's just like
Her
mecha died. Oh.
See, it really. Oh yeah, but I mean the thing, it really was Diva like dominating some of the quirks, like the whole constantly snacking thing too.
Yeah, no, I got that.
I was like, all I see is Diva. This is really weird.
I did feel really sad when that mech died, though.
It was like watching K2S4 all over again.
Me K2SO.
I can't remember the name. I don't remember his name. I just remember what he did.
I have no idea.
Rogue One.
Oh right. Okay.
K2 was
K2SO.
Was it O? I thought it was S4. Whatever.
No, SO.
Okay. Yeah, that one.
Okay. Yeah. Except that this robot didn't have any lines and only had like
Facial
expressions.
That.
And then it's controlled by a spider.
Yeah.
The spider makes it. The psychic okay.
Spider.
Yeah, because comics.
And also they're from the year 3000 something. Also, she's able to apparently override a computer system while getting shot at. So, normal Spider-Man things.
Yeah, honestly, kind of. But yeah, I love this movie. It's going to be on my top 10 list for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone else got anything?
Not really.
Alright.
I'm tired.
Good for you.
Oh. The bread scene.
Okay. That actually does tie in well into Peter B. Parker's kind of B-plot for this movie.
The B is for bread. Not as good as Bum.
No. Where I feel like the Peter B. Parker in this one was kind of what if Chris Pratt's Spider-Man just kept going, kind of, because they make it very clear, and you missed this part because I think you went to the bathroom.
Oh, I've seen bits about this before, because I saw the clip. I saw the clip of it online before. Okay,
well, either way, the Chris Pine version said I've been Spider-Man for 16 years. Everyone's like, I've been doing this for 22 years or 26 years, something like that. Either way, doing it long, so apparently if Chris Pine made it 4 more years, his life would have just turned into shit.
Oh.
Or 6 years. 6 years. Yeah. I can do math. And so at this point, he's lost Mary Jane because he wants to, she want to have kids, and he didn't want to have kids, and which also led to some great jokes later on. I love you, you're so, I'm so proud of you. Do I want kids?
Oh, yeah.
But he runs into Mary Jane of this universe when he's disguised as a waiter to Spider-Man.
Yeah, because...
Memorial, I guess?
Yeah, Kingpin's, being Kingpin, and he's all like, hey, so we should honor Spider-Man by, even though I totally killed him.
The best part, the other awesome part is before leads to the net is now how do we get in? They see that, it can't be that easy. It's that easy.
They just put little bow ties on him, that's all they need. But he runs into Mary Jane, who Mary Jane thinks he's a waiter, so he has this can we get more bread on table 12? And he just goes I'm so sorry, I wasn't there for you in your time of need, and I know I can do better if you just gave me a chance.
Dumping out all of his baggage.
I give you all the bread. In just true Spider-Man fashion, where it's overdramatic monologue. Even when they have his flashback when he's sitting alone in this crappy studio, mooring over his loss of MJ. He's and I've learned a lot lately. I've watched do you know that seahorses mate for life? How amazing is that? Seahorses, you just go there and they can work things out. And you don't show his face, but he's crying under the mask. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
See, that's the Peter Parker I know.
I think I bounced back pretty well.
Just lying on bed, he's got a beer belly. You bastard.
I didn't say anything.
I'm still mad. Yeah, like I said, everything works in this movie way better than it had any right to. Is really the moral of the story.
Yep.
Trailers?
Yeah, let's do trailers.
Yeah, let's just talk about the ones that we haven't talked about to an insane degree.
Alright.
And there's only one I can think of.
Oh, there's a few.
Oh,
There's 3.
Let's just get through them.
Artemis Fowl.
Oh yeah, I read the books when I was a kid.
I actually did too. I don't remember much from them, to be honest.
I remember in the first book the description of the dwarf character who purposely like was stickier because his pores were more open because he didn't quite have a bath yet.
I don't remember that part. I remember it's about like they kidnap a dwarf, was it, or was it like a?
No, it's the fairy is a
fairy.
cop,
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Fairy
he's
cop.
like.
I remember the badass butler. I remember that in the book.
Forgot about the butler. I didn't remember he was like a mastermind evil child or something.
I know, it was basically like where the villain was was the title of the book, and then they made him the hero in subsequent books. I read a few of them.
I got to like 2 or 3 books in.
Yeah, I mean, I remember they were fine books. I don't remember them being like masterpieces or anything. Did you ever read them as a kid?
Nope.
All right, well, I remember them being fine for like fantasy fluff as a kid. But it's also
heck, I used to read Animorphs, so whatever. That'll be a movie.
Well, it was already a
Technically,
TV show.
I know, but they can bring it back.
I'm sure they might. I mean, does Nickelodeon still own the rights to it?
Who knows?
You know what? No. Last time they did a live action movie of a beloved children's property didn't go so well.
Maybe
Maybe
they'll make
Impossible?
That's Disney.
I know, that's coming too.
Maybe they'll make it animated. Maybe we'll have maybe Sony Pictures will make.
Wait, you haven't seen the trailer for that?
animated Animorphs or something.
I saw a little bit of it. Sorry, no, I'm just thinking of Avatar. Thank God Netflix got their hands on it.
To be fair, even without Shyamalan, I don't know if anyone could have actually made a good Avatar movie trying to condense.
There's
the
just
entire
like
season
too
into
much shit that happened in Avatar. You know?
Yeah, pretty much. That's my feelings on it too. Yeah, so Artemis Fowl, it's a Disney live action movie, so I take it with the highest rate of skepticism I can. Because I saw Nutcracker. And I saw the last few live action movies I came out with. I didn't like any of them. Except Pete's Dragon.
It's gonna be the best thing since The Sorcerer's Apprentice. Oh.
Alright.
I'm sad now.
We're gonna get a lot sadder.
When we got the new trailer for Kid We Became, we talked about it before. We got a trailer for Secret Life of Pets 2. This is a different trailer we got last time.
That's the one I missed.
Where it's all about Kevin Hart's character.
To be fair.
He was the best part of the last movie, but it's kind of funny seeing. It's kind of like you gotta wonder. Here's a thought that just occurred to me. You gotta wonder if the executives just hate themselves right now because they cast Louis C.K. in the first one right before he self-destructed, and now we have Kevin Hart right before he self-destructed. So they're going like, okay, we'll replace Louis C.K. with Patton Oswalt. It'll be perfectly fine. We'll be good.
Actually, he hasn't really been self-destructing.
Well, he kind of has.
Wait, what did Kevin Hart do?
People were mad at tweets he made back in 2009.
Oh my God! It's 2009. Everyone.
No. It wasn't so much just the tweets he made. It's how he dealt with it, which showed that he has not changed his views on the matter.
Oh, that's not good.
No. I just know that, because basically what happened was...
See, this is why I don't Twitter, guys.
But yeah, basically he made... Apparently there were transphobic tweets, I didn't see them, but...
Social
he
media
used to say how he would beat his son with a Barbie house if he had caught him playing with it. That was one of his jokes.
You what?
He would beat his son with a Barbie playhouse if he ever caught him playing with it because he's afraid his son would be gay. That was a joke at the time. A lot of teachers reflected that. And when they called him on it, instead of just making a simple apology and moving on with his life, he said, like, stop making everything so negative, guys. I will not apologize.
And then he left hosting the Oscars.
Because it seems pretty clear to me that he still feels pretty homophobic.
Probably.
I mean, there is a stigma in that community.
There is, you're right.
We watched a movie all about that.
Yeah, Moonlight, which you're still vastly underqualified to talk about. But no, so I think it's what people were mad about more than the actual tweets at that point. Because there was hey, these, for one, the tweets weren't in the case of James Gunn, where for one it was brought up by right-wing propaganda people who were just looking for shit to deal on, and the fact that it was clearly just edgelord shock humor. And he didn't actually mean it. It was pretty clear at the time. This is a case where he pretty much felt like, yeah, he feels this way. And when he got called out, he doubled down on it.
Yeah.
And that's what people are pissed off. That's what people are pissed off about right now. So that's what I mean by, yeah, he's kind of self-destructing. He has since apologized, but I don't know. We'll see. There probably won't be any major fallout for it.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, you still got that other movie coming out.
which one?
The one with Bryan Cranston.
Oh yeah, that's not been doing good well critically.
Oh.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Then the Future as we got a million times. Then we got Overcome, which is the Jesus movie.
I'm gonna assume it is anyway.
There is a 90%, 95% chance it is.
I don't remember that trailer.
That's the one where like there's that one guy whose son died, and then there's the other girl who I guess is like a track star. For some reason, they have a blockbuster epic fantasy score in the background.
Oh, I thought that was like it's okay to be black in a track team or something. That's what I got.
What?
She was the only black girl in the entire trailer. I was like, what? Is this a racial movie?
No. It's a Christian movie.
Oh, that's so much worse.
And the minute I saw from the makers of War Room. Oh no!
Oh, I get it now. Okay.
But yeah, so
It's funny because I just saw a little clip of two Mormons trying to convince a black guy to convert to Mormonism, and he's just like, you know what? I've actually read the Book of Mormon. Let's turn to this page where God literally cursed us to be black in the Book of Mormon.
I think my favorite one of that is like, guys, according to the Mormon religion, only 2,000 Christians more actually get into heaven. Why are you all still knocking on my door? But yeah, Overcome looks like another Christian movie. They don't directly say God in the trailer, but it's heavily implied.
Okay, I got something way different
You
from that
did.
movie. I was like, is this like another race movie with sports ball thing? No? Okay.
So you're gonna ball in this sport.
He's got
Shot put.
You said track.
You said track.
Yeah, I didn't know what the sport was.
Okay. Just try to pull a Republican on us.
No, really, are they just running?
I don't know. Probably.
Do you know how shot put works? Because you don't run in that.
No, you spin around it and push it.
So why would you be running in that?
I'm just saying, that's the only version of a ball in track and field that I'm aware of.
You don't even use track and ball. Whatever, the other sport ball you're
Yeah, that's why it's
about.
called track and field.
Do they run in the field using your little shot put?
I mean, if you want to kill someone, they're running and you're trying to hit them with a shot put. That is the purpose.
Next trailer.
Is your track and field the Hunger Games?
That is the original purpose of the Greek shot put, sir. To throw a giant.
Wow, talk about a whataboutism. Alright. That's like, are you saying, were you saying it's offensive to old Greek culture?
Find me on Twitter, boys. And girls.
I'm gonna make you a Twitter account just so people can @ you.
I think I have a Twitter, but it's been hacked. Who cares?
And that was the last
Social media is a
trailer.
choice.
So, you guys, final thoughts for Into the
No,
Spiderverse?
we also have a certain dog one.
Do we
the one
really
that's-
want to talk about that one again?
No, it's the one when he showed you the entire movie, so you don't have to see it.
I didn't know you talked about that one already.
I've seen that trailer so many fucking times.
Yeah, no, it's. There's no point to see it. Even the guy next to me was like, "Why do I need to see this movie now?"
Because
Jeff?
it's like that might.
No, not Jeff. Random guy.
Okay.
That might have been me. I was like, great, we saw the entire thing.
No, literal guy, beardly dude next to me, down a row from you. Was like, why do I need to see this movie? I'm like, exactly.
But, I didn't know you guys saw it, but yeah, it looks like super sappy Homeward Bound.
I mean, it's from the guy who made A Dog's Purpose.
Yeah.
Which none of you fuckers came in with me to see. Please don't make me go watch the sequel alone, guys.
There's another one?
This is the sequel.
Oh no.
That was a spin-off.
I mean, basically, spin-off, sequel, tomato.
But I saw the entire movie. There's no point to see it.
Well, because I need something to talk about, and I don't want to talk about it alone this time, because last time it was so damn depressing.
You can bring Max.
No. I need someone to actually talk. I don't need to look at Max to think of Josh Gad.
Oh.
Now you know my pain. Because Josh Gad was Corgi in that movie.
Oh, I'm gonna take.
Oh yeah, he was.
Let me just take critical damage.
Next time you start pissing me off, when we get home, I'm gonna go over to Max and go, "Hey, Josh Gad, who's a good boy? Who's a good smarmy little asshole? You are, Josh Gad."
The bad part is he would smile and like it. Oh, my dog. Anyway.
Who made you eat the beast worst? You did, Gushton.
You want to build a snowman?